Good morning. Uh, Welcome back. I'm gonna try to do a quick video today, and it's not gonna be edited in terms of it's not gonna have fancy music, but I think it will do. I need to actually go get a computer because I've had two computers crash on me. Um, so I could actually edit my own videos with the music, etc. But just wanted to talk about, I guess, some do's and don'ts about if you're gonna take up this lifestyle of living off grid. One of the things you should do is never ever move your motorhome in the dark because it can be very, very tricky and it can be a bit precarious and dangerous unless there's some emergency as to why you need to move it. Basically, last night we were in one of my favorite spots, Bo Peep Hill, which is the kind of the nature and hills that you see in the intro in the first video. We were up there and there were two other vans that were going to stay the night over. But because it's bank holiday today, as the night went on, more and more vans came up there, and I felt claustrophobic. And this is the whole thing of me living off grid. I want to be free and not be hemmed in by walls, by people, by other boats. And so basically, I decided to move the boat at about 9 p.m. And so I found this spot, and what I did not see in the dark is the way the ramp going into this spot, the grade at the angle, so it was very, very uneven. So going in was a bit shaky, but going out was even worse because at one point I thought the motorhome was actually going to tip over, which would have been catastrophic. It would be the last thing I wanted or needed, given that the past 3 weeks there's been breakdowns, etc. So anyway, so never ever or try to avoid moving your motorhome when it's dark. What you want to do is just plan ahead and pick your spot when there's daylight. So what we did is we came back to Stanmere Park in Brighton, and it's good to be on level ground. The sun is shining, and there's actually massive, massive open spaces for Lexi to take walks in. And we've done it. We've stayed here for 3 nights last week. So that would be my biggest tip is just plan ahead if you can on where you're gonna stay for the night. In terms of reflection, it's my 4th week that I've been living off grid. So it's Monday today. So come Friday, it would have been a month. And in one sense, it sort of have gone quickly. But looking back on, I guess, the emotional roller coaster, it's been, and the things, the unforeseen stress in terms of Franny breaking down up in Peterborough, and then having to be towed back on a recovery truck for 4 hours back to Brighton, and then incurring that massive expense of replacing the timing belt, which came to £600. Looking at all those things and just moving around every 2-3 days, it has been a long journey the past 3 weeks. So, having said that, it's to be expected. And a friend of mine that's been doing it for 2 years now, he said that it will get better and that I'll get used to it. So, that's what my friend Tim said. I'm not sure, I'm not sold on it at the moment, whether I'm going to get used to it. Having said that, we are at a good place. I can see my little car from here, which I use for work, which is good. So, yeah. What else could I say about what I've learned so far? It's just, I guess, to really, really be patient with yourself, not to be so hard, and not to have expectations of what living off grid should look like, because you don't know the road ahead, like literally. You know, like last night when I was driving, coming down from Bo Peep Hill, I had my high beam on because, you know, when you're driving through farm roads, you don't know the bend that's coming ahead, you know, or you don't know the cars that's coming ahead of you, and you're on this really, really skinny road where you then have to find a spot to scoot over without falling to a ditch. So, and those things, whether it's literal or figuratively speaking, you don't know what's going to be around the bend. So you just need to really, really just allow yourself to be stressed, to feel frustrated, to feel sad. So, like today, I actually had to phone my friend who's training to be a therapist. So, in about 2 months, she'll be a bona fide therapist. I had to call her and saying, "Can we please chat?" Because I feel like I'm losing the plot. And so, it was really, really good just to think about what I need to do to have some stability. And so, one of the plans that I'm thinking of is buying a piece of land next year so that I'll have a place to call home and park Franny and also the other car. And so that's a bit of exciting, but I just needed to make sure that I was making the right decision before I sell the boat next year, which I really, really love, and it's of major significance to me at the moment because I actually had to sell my home in the States, which I was really, really hoping I could, was the home that I would go to when I retire. I had to sell that to be able to buy the boat. And so the boat means the world to me. She's a beautiful boat, and hopefully I could show you to her before I sell her. But I think it makes sense that I need to let go of the boat and then be able to find a piece of land which I could call home and not have to worry about moving every 3-4 days. So I'm looking at the video counter and we are nearing 9 minutes. And my dad said that if you're going to talk to anyone or have a speech, to keep it down under 10 minutes or else you end up losing people. So thank you again for those people that have subscribed. I'm hoping to get a computer this today if I can, so I could begin editing my own video and put in music and do that kind of like fancy stuff. But again, thank you so much for your time and have a wonderful long weekend and Bank Holiday Monday. And then have a good week and then see you soon. Peace.